Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Success in Chuku's channel. So this series is student series episode 2. Yeah, because I made a day in my life. It is episode 1, this episode 2. So I saw on this video's title, I'll be talking about how to be that student. So when I'm looking down, I just wrote some points which I'm diving into in this video. Okay, so who is that student? That student is that person, that girl, that boy, who everybody's very envious of in class. He or she has the grades, he or she has his or her notes up to date, he or she comes to class, he or she gets the grades, the A grades, and is always top of the class. So why am I making this video? Am I that student? I know you guys want to know. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Success Ichuku. Duh. I'm a chemical engineering student, and I have that GP that everyone is envious of. Yeah, so that's why I'm making this video. Okay, so first of all, what do you need to get ready as to be that student? If you heard of this before, if you plan to fail, if you if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yeah. So first of all, you have to get your timetable ready. So if you can see over here, I have my timetable for each section. I always have my timetable ready. At the beginning of each semester, I always have timetable. So how do you get this timetable done? So for example, you have 6 subjects for a semester. So we have 7 days in a week. 7 days in a week, that means you allocate each subject for each week, each day of the week. Then you have, for example, you have Sunday. If you want to make it Saturday, you have Sunday, a whole day to yourself to do whatsoever you want. So you make sure at these days you allocated this subject to, you have to read them, you have to go through their study materials. For example, here I have, this is my timetable for this semester. I have 6 courses. Most times we also have 10 courses. So here I have 6 courses for this semester. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I allocate one topic, one subject, to one course or subject to each day of the week. So then this makes it easy for me to read and not too bulky or overwhelming. So even if you have 12 courses for a semester, you allocate 2 courses for each day. Makes it simple and clean. Allocate, for example, I have loss in process industries. I just allocate it here and it comes to each day, but here I just have 6 courses. Next, I'll be talking about how to get your materials ready. Materials, I mean textbooks and past question. So most times we get our textbooks from our lecturers, we buy from our lecturers. So what happens here is that these textbooks are not given to you on time. Sometimes you get them before a week before your exams, or even get them after your exams. So of what use are you going to use the textbooks for? So what I'll advise you here is to get from people on levels above yours. For example, if I'm in 100 level, I get from people in 200 level. You meet them, you say, hi, my name is Success, I'm a chemical engineering student, I'm in 100 level, I would love to get some of your textbooks, so do you mind giving some to me? And that's it. They exchange your phone numbers to them, or WhatsApp numbers, or whatever, and you remind them continuously, or you even get their address to go to their houses and make sure that this person is a good person. Please, you go to their houses and get their textbooks. Also, remember to get their past questions from them. Make sure you follow up so they give you these materials. Next on the line, I'll be talking about following your timetable strictly. As you can see here, I have this timetable. I make sure that every Monday I read separation process. I read separation process every month. I allocate time for separation process. I'm an afternoon person. My study routine is always in the afternoon. So I make sure that between 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. I make sure I read separation process on Monday, and this is very crucial. Make sure you don't skip any part of your timetable. Every Tuesday I make sure I read petroleum refining. Yeah, so you follow your timetable strictly. And please guys, you have to start this early. Every of this process I'm stating here, you have to start it from the beginning of the semester. Make sure you start from the beginning of the semester. Do not start 2 weeks to your exam. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be overwhelming. Okay, next on the line, enjoy what you are doing. Enjoy what you are doing. Enjoy the process. Have fun with it. Do not allow it to overwhelm you. Do not do it because I just have to read this because this course is so overwhelming. Enjoy the process. If you have reservoir engineering on Thursday, please allocate a study routine for it. Make sure you read in the morning or at night. Sorry, in the morning or in the afternoon. Please do not read at night. Your night time is for your brain to rest, because even if you do not read during the day, throughout that day, and you decide to read at night, you might forget a lot of things because your brain is already tired for whatsoever activity you did during that day. Your brain needs to rest at that moment of the night. So the night time is for you to read. I beg you guys, please have a study routine in the morning, following in the afternoon. Allocate time for other hobbies. If you prefer time is from 6 a.m. Okay, let me make it from 4 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Allocate time that this is when I'm going to read. If you have, for example, two subjects to read during that day, on Monday, for example, you have separation process and reservoir engineering, you allocate time. Okay, I'll do this from 4 a.m. to 6:30. I'll read separation process. From 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'll read reservoir engineering after classes, and this works perfectly. And every time your brain sticks to that schedule, that this time to this time this person is doing this time to this time this person is doing this, then you have other times to do whatever you're doing. You go for clubbing or whatever, you go for sports, you do other activities, and this does not get overwhelming. Make sure you sleep. I've said that. Always study smart and not hard. Guys, let's not make this study thing seem like a burden or like a bondage to our lives or to our destiny. You study smart. So why I say get your past question is, for example, in engineering here, we always deal on calculations, formulas to get whatever the answer you want. So when you get your past question, for a particular topic in the course you are studying, you see a question allocated to that topic, and you might see a calculation on just in the whole topic. There will just be one calculation for it. So when I mean study smart, you see that this is the place the lecturer is focusing more on. So you just go to the question on the course. Make sure you understand the calculation concepts of that topic on that course, so you don't overwhelm yourself reading a lot, researching a lot about the definitions or the concepts on the topic, when the lecturer is just going to set only a calculation on that topic. So you just understand the calculation aspect, move on to the next, just read through the concept and don't bore yourself with the whole concept. That's what I mean by study smart and not hard. start early to retire early. What I mean by this is always make sure you start at the beginning of the semester. So when you start at the beginning of the semester here, you make sure it makes it easy for you during exam periods. You have time to do what? To just do revisions with your past question. Just go through the past question, solve all the calculations, get all the answers there. You are familiar with all the questions. So what I do is that, for example, thermodynamics, you guys know thermodynamics, the calculations can take like, just one calculation can take like 3 pages. So what I do here, I use my past question to know the kind of questions I'm going to answer. So if I'll just use the past question to know, oh, I'll answer this type of question, answer this other one, and that is just before I'm going to answer. So when the exam question comes, I'll just go to the questions I'm familiar with, that will not take a lot of my time, and I'm done with that exam. In 2 hours, I've submitted my script. That means you've gone through the past question, you understand how the lecturer aligns his question, how he wants. You don't solve only calculation questions when you know that those calculations, each of them can take you an hour. It's not going to work. You are just going to end up solving 2 or 1.5 questions when they have 4 questions for you to answer. So it's either you just take 2 calculations and then take 2 concept questions, and that's it. So guys, if you go through all this my step, I'm very sure that you are going to be that student. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like and comment. Share also to your friends. Bye.